Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make these super cute unicorn inspired nails. So we've got a bunch of colors today, a bunch. We've got Inner Peace, we've got Celestial Jungle, we've got this stunning gold from Madam Glam. This one's a 24 carat and it's beautiful. We've got another 3 shades here. We've got like a bright green, Airy Season. We've got this pastel green and a blue. We've got Primavera, I think it was. And we also have Euphoria. So that's going to be our pastel blue. And we also have some orange. And this one's called Daystar. So as you can see, a bunch of colours. Luckily, when it comes to our background colours, it's only going to be, I think, 3 altogether or 4 colours. Each nail will have, the first 2 will have the gold, and then the other 3 will have a different background colour. Each individual one will have a different one. And then the rest of those gel polishes we're going to use to create this really cool... I feel like these kind of nails have been around for a while and I've actually never tried them myself because I was always under the impression that they do a foil underneath and I always struggled with like a gold foil for some reason. But alternatively today we're just going to use a gel polish and it worked perfectly, exactly how it should do. But we're going to do the embossed kind of look with lines and a sparkly background. So for the other 3 nails that we've got going on, we've got one that's fully pink, one that is baby blue, and the other one is this minty pastel colour. So these will go into the lamp. We'll do another layer of camera, and here is our showstopper. We've got a CJS plate and it's the unicorn one, and I've had this one for a while. I don't think I've ever created a design with it. I could be wrong. I could have created maybe one at most, but I've kind of struggled for some reason, so I'm so happy to be able to incorporate it today. Here are the 3 nails that will have stamping on them today. So right at the top there on the left hand side, I really liked how we've got this kind of like crystals hanging from wherever you place it, I guess, the ceiling. So I kind of like the look. So I picked it up using some black stamping polish and then using some white, I'm going to not reverse stamp. Is it reverse stamp? Oh my God, I'm constantly getting my words wrong today. But we're going to colour it in basically on our stamper. So using the white, I'm just going to gently float the white stamping polish on the little crystal bits and then just colour it in as much as I can. I'm going to stay in lines, but as you can see the images themselves are quite small and I'm trying to record and stay in frame and also not go out of the lines, so it is a bit of a struggle. So I might go out of the lines here and there, but if I was doing it peacefully, not having to kind of float my hand to make sure it's in shot or anything, it probably would have ended up looking a little bit better, but it's not tragic, luckily. So once that's done, it has to kind of sit for a bit because you just want it to dry, otherwise you'll have a bit of a problem stamping. It was almost like stamping or like squishing down wet polish and it just ends up going all over the place and it's not what you want. So we ended up stamping that one on the top of the pink nail. Now using some of this beautiful pink stamping polish from Mogi London, it's like one of their neon looking ones, we're going to pick up the stars and we're going to place it on the blue nail. So that's going down right now and it's designed to be a layered plate. CJS is a short for Clear Jelly Stamper and their expertise in the stamping world is to do layered stamping plates. Of course, not only, but that's I think what they're mostly kind of known for, I believe. And they do really beautiful plates. And that's what basically they're known for. So I will try and do a layered stamp with the stars, but I think everything else I just either colour it in on my stamper or we just stamp it as is. So here I'm just going to stamp a layer of white stars and it kind of, I wish I did different colours to be honest, maybe rather than white, maybe like a different shade of blue, just because I feel like the white kind of disappeared a little bit in the background, but yeah, can't really do much now, but if you were to recreate this or if you have this stamping plate, maybe try using a different colour unless you really like the kind of subtle look that it creates, so that's good. So once that's done, I really like this circle with this unicorn inside, so I thought I'll stamp it in the centre of our little star nail that we've got going on at the moment, or as centre as I could really, it's not very in the middle. And then right at the bottom of the plate, they have words, which I thought was really cute. So wanted to pick that up too. And this is the bit where we really make it look like a unicorn set. So the first set of words that I'm picking up says, I'm a freaking. And then there's a word that says unicorn. So I thought that was perfect Perfect. So we've got unicorn, but it's separated for some reason. I don't actually know why. So you have to pick up UN first and then pick up the rest of the sentence and put it together. Or not sentence, word, I guess. So we're going to pick up the alphabet. It was actually quite easy to connect, so that's really nice. It would be a tragedy if it was quite hard to connect. It would have been a bit painful. But luckily, very easy to connect together. And here we are. We've got our first nail done. Or no, actually second when it comes to stamping. Now on to our minty nail. So I decided to go in with the pink again and place that down. And then go in with the white as well and place that down with the stars. And we are going to do a couple of extra little steps on this one though. So rather than stamping another unicorn of some sorts in the center and then putting some words, I quite enjoy that they've got these little outlines of like stars. They've got a crystal looking thing. They've got some, a rainbow with some clouds and stuff. So I really like the look of that. So I thought I'll pick it up. Of course, the plate offers the layered look, but I'm not very comfortable with layering, to be honest with you. I just prefer to be in control with a brush rather than stamping. So, which is quite nice that you can kind of do whatever you're more comfortable with. So since you've got an outline, you can just color it in on your stamper, or you can just layer stamp if you wanted to. So with today's design, not only do we have a bunch of different gel polishes, but we also have a bunch of different stamping polishes as well. So we've got pinks and whites. Here I just took out 3 different shades of, kind of the color choices that we use for gel polishes. So we've got a green, we've got a teal looking one, and we've got a blue, which we have something very similar going on with our actual gel polishes, which is good. So we're keeping with our color theme today. Here's our rainbow that we've picked up, and it has beautiful clouds there as well. So using the white, I'm going to color in the clouds, and then we've got a 3-layered rainbow, and hence the 3 colors that I've got ready, basically on the ready in the background there. So I'll just pick a random order of how I want to place the colors down. This was quite difficult just because, of course, the lines are very thin, and unfortunately the brush I usually use for coloring is quite thick, so I might either have to look to see if I've got another one for future nails, like a thin one, or I can just make my own one. I could just cut the bristles and make it a thinner brush, which would be quite helpful, to be honest. Sometimes it's easier to have a smaller brush because you can just pick up a bigger bead if you wanted to, and that way you could still color in quite quickly. But if you have a big one, you can't really, mid coloring decrease it. So it might be worth that I look into making it a little bit smaller. So that was our rainbow nail. Now we're picking up this one here. It looks like a diamond looking thing, and of course it has the different outlines of it. So I thought I would take the opportunity to color that in as well, different colors. If you did the one color, it would look really pretty as well, but since I was having a couple colors there when it comes to that rainbow one, I thought it would be really cool to also just continue the color choices and just continue doing it for that nail as well. So I'm just picking random little chunks of this diamond and coloring it in, and then lastly we're going to use that green to do the rest of this diamond, and then we're going to stamp it. So the last 2 little steps on this nail, we're going to stamp a cloud at the bottom, which I think I had to pick up the rainbow and just remove everything but the cloud, and then we're going to color it in white, stamp that down, and we are also going to pick another couple of stars, the little ones that we've actually placed in the background already that are pink, but we're going to pick it up with black and just add a couple in between the different images that we've placed down, just to add an extra little something. So this one has actually quite a lot going on. Since this is gel polish and we're using normal regular stamping polish, which just dries, you don't have to cure it, the gel polish leaves a tacky layer, so we don't have to worry about rushing too much about, stamping in time and it drying on us or anything like that. The gel polish leaves a tacky layer, which helps like a lot when it comes to stamping, which is great. So it's a win-win. Alternatively, if you were just using regular polish and are wanting to stamp, I believe you will need to place, if you wait too long, you're gonna have to place a clear tacky, like a base, I think, but don't quote me on that one. I'm not really in the nail polish scene. Only in the gel polish and a bit of acrylic and polygel and little bits and bobs here and there. So that side of the world is a bit unknown to me, so if I'm wrong, then don't listen to me. But yeah, I think it's something I learnt when I watched Maniology on YouTube, so I could just be remembering it wrong thing. So check them out. They do a lot of really, really good tips for stamping as well. So, and they have amazing plates as well. So check them out for sure. So now that our stamping segment of the video is done, it did take most of the video, although most of that nail is kind of the stamping. And then we've got a massive chunk, which is very time consuming, but very beautiful. The final results are stunning when it comes to those gold nails. So the rainbow, well, the colourful nails that we've stamped on, we're only going to place a crystal on the pink nail, hence the part of like the bottom part of the nail being empty. That's where we're going to place crystals. And then we've just got to do a couple of bits and bobs on the gold nail. So I've really sped up this part, guys, like times 2.5 kind of thing, just because it was so time consuming and it was just incredibly repetitive. And also I was being a silly bean and I actually ended up being off shot for a couple of little bits and bobs with one of the nail. I think the other nail I was a bit more, there you go, a bit more in shot. I don't know what happened. I used to use a Surface, which is like a Microsoft computery thing, but you can like connect your keyboard to it and then disconnect it. It was really, really nice. I loved it. I've had it for, I don't know, 4 years maybe. And unfortunately, we had to say our goodbyes about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. It just decided to not work anymore, just randomly. I was literally just in the middle of filming, funny enough, and then I noticed that it's not charging even though it's plugged in. And yeah, it's definitely not the cable, so it was the Surface itself. I did some research. It looks like an actual thing with the Surfaces, that it just happens to people. I feel quite lucky because obviously I've had mine for a couple of years, but there was some comments to say that they purchased a Surface and it happened to them within a year or two. So yeah, I guess I could count myself as lucky for having it a bit longer than others. But yeah, it's a real shame. They're a bit expensive. So I'm kind of trying to make do at the moment with just not using it, but I miss it so much. So basically what I did was I actually connected to the Surface and I was able to see if I'm in shot or not. I just had like a screen in front of me that I was able to see if I'm in shot, which was really nice. But now I just connect to my computer, which is to the left of me, and I have to, you know, constantly move, which is probably why my hand is more to the left, to be honest. I just have to keep checking to the left, and obviously before it was right in front of me. I could just, all I have to do is just flick my eyes up, have a look, and you know, I didn't even have to move my head. So that's a bit of a shame. Oh yeah, here, when I was doing this design off camera, you know, the nails that you saw at the beginning of the video, I had obviously a bunch of time. I wasn't rushed because I wasn't filming. But here I was trying to be smart and time efficient, and rather than kind of curing in between each layer, I thought I could just do it all in one go, which worked for the most part. But there were a little bit or two that did end up I just placed too much of a line down and there was too much gel polish and it just kind of bled into one another. So bear that in mind. So if you're going to do it, either leave a bigger gap than I did or don't put a lot of polish down. Just do like a thin line kind of thing. So here's me just applying some clear acrylic and then I'll just finish the other nail off camera. So now it's time for our very last nail, which is our crystal nail. And again, I'm out of shot. So frustrated. I'm so sorry, guys. I promise I'll work on fixing this. But just bear with me for a couple of videos. Hopefully soon I can figure something out or just bite the bullet and get another Surface. If you have a Surface, let me know, guys, or any of the newer maybe versions, what you think of them and if it's worth getting. I quite enjoyed it. I think I had, I don't know, the 7 maybe or the 8. It was I had it for a while. Well, when I first bought it, I never actually used it for like a year, to be honest. But yeah, let me know, guys. So here with the crystal placement, I'm doing like a necklacey vibe. I do like to do them quite often, actually. So just a couple of ABs, one big one at the bottom, pop it into the lamp. If you're feeling bougie, add a couple of cav ABs. I think I did off camera here and there. And then that will be that, guys. So here are the final results. Here they are. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.